What's up, everybody? Sean Peck here. Tales from the Cubicle. Today we are going to go through the top 20 Judas Priest songs, my favorite Judas Priest songs. Not the most popular, not the best, but which ones I like the best, which ones I go to whenever I want to hear some Judas Priest. These are the ones that I go to rock and just completely crank up in my Nissan Rogue One Star Wars Edition Premium Bose sound system. We're not going to fuck around. We're going to get right to it. And the reason I'm doing this video is because Eddie Trunk recently had his top 20. Ripper called in some of his, and KK Downing had his. I have KK Downing's list and Eddie Trunk's list. We will be making some comments on my stuff compared to their stuff, which is kind of interesting. So on number 20, we have off the Defenders of the Faith album, which is my favorite, probably my favorite Judas Priest album, maybe my favorite album ever. We've got Night Comes Down. This song is just in the last rays of the setting sun. I mean, it just creates a vibe. You can just like looking at the sunset, and it creates a mood and an energy. Love that song, man. When the Night Comes Down at number 20. At number 19, Hell Patrol off Painkiller. You're going to see this is going to be a pretty heavy Painkiller Defenders of the Faith list. I mean, I got into Judas Priest and Defenders of the Faith album, so I was a late bloomer, kind of. But Hell Patrol, you know, the Hell Patrol. When that Painkiller album came out, it was just every song. I mean, it was on constant replay, constant rotation. Number 19, Hell Patrol. Now, when I come up to some of the ones that I have picked out as my top 20, and they're on the KK list or the Eddie Trunk list, I'm going to let you know. But so far, neither one of those are on their top 20. Number 18, Bloodstone from Screaming for Vengeance. Bloodstone! Bloodstone! It's not how I normally sing it. I'm in the office, so I got to be quiet. I mean, that intro, that guitar intro, just sets the tone for the whole song. It's like it was so unique, and I've been trying, there's no denying that's setting me out of my mind, man. I mean, classic, very cool, unique song. Not quite sure what a Bloodstone is, but it sounds cool. Let's go to number 17, Traitor's Gate. Firepower album. Everybody loved it. Solid record. I definitely dig that one. There's probably like 4 or 5 on there that I really like. And I put that at number 17. It's cool they were playing this live also. So Traitor's Gate at number 17. Now going back to Bloodstone, let's see. KK didn't have it in his top 20, but Eddie Trunk had it at number 9. Number 9, it's my number 18. And KK, let me just double check. KK, no Bloodstone. Blood Red Sky on KK at number 13, but no Bloodstone. Moving along, 17 was Traitor's Gate. 16, another one. I packaged them together off the Firepower album, Lightning Strikes. Anytime we are A-Bing some of our mixes, I usually just go straight to that one because you can hear the kick drums, you can hear everything really clear, and I'm A-Bing our mixes to that since Andy Sneap did such a killer job on that. Kind of that flat sounding snare, which, works really good. And they've been playing that live, and that's in my top 20. I mean, that's pretty. It says a lot about a band that's like Judas Priest that's been around this long, and they can put out a new album and have a song make it in your top 20. That's what I look for. I look for, you know, bands that are not just resting on the stuff they did 20 years ago, you know, like, is the new shit killer? That's, you know, that's how I'm trying to be when I'm creating music too. Like, the new shit has just got to be killer. That shows that you're still got the juices flowing. So lightning strikes number 16. Number 15, Turbo Lover. That's right. Fucking, did you just spit out your beer? Just go. What did he say? No, Turbo Lover, number 15. I was living in LA in Westlake Village when that album came out, and there was like all kinds of, like, you know, cars would pull up into, like, there'd be party spots where there'd just be randomly 20 cars there, everyone drinking beer, hanging out, and just blasting tunes out of their, you know, the back of their car. And the Turbo album in Southern California was everywhere. It was playing out of every frickin' Trans Am in the 80s. And, you know, everyone wants to shit on it. But, I mean, that was, Judas Priest was almighty then. You know, they were doing arenas, huge production. And, you know, they went heavy on the Turbo album. They, you know, they opened the show up with Out in the Cold, which probably should get an honorable mention. They played like 4 or 5 off that album, and, you know, I think it sold really well. And that's just killer chorus. They play it. I think the last time I saw Priest, he held the mic out, and the whole crowd just went, "I'm your Turbo Lover." Whole crowd just singing it. So as much people want to talk shit on Turbo album, Turbo Lover is in my top 20. That's the fucking way it goes. Turbo is not in anybody else's top 20, just to double check. Next one, which most everybody has way high up, I have at number 14, Victim of Changes. It is their Stairway to Heaven. It is their masterpiece. You know, I sing it live sometimes with some friends. Killer screams and vocals. Up, down, bang, you know, the whole thing. Giving you a little bonus content. But for me, you know, I like it moving. I like it head banging. And that's at 14 for me. 13. Off the Jugulator album, Abductors. I go to Abductor when I'm just like, Abductors! They read your mind! Ripper sounds killer on it. We opened for Judas Priest on that tour when I first met the Ripper. And that album, I tell the story before. This is Tower Records, looking through records, whatever the year it was, 90s, right? And there's a basket of tapes, like free music. It said free metal. I'm like, what? And I look, and it was the 2 tracks off Jugulator. It wasn't the Abductors track, wasn't on there, but that was when we were doing our first real album with Cage, which was Unveiled. And that album had a huge influence on me, the vocal, especially Ripper's vocal technique. I stole the oh kind of shit from him. And Abductors is, you know, my favorite song off that record. And I like the whole lyrics, the way the lyrics go, and love that album. Abductors off Jugulator at number 13. Number 12, Burning Up. Because I'm burning up. That riff. Something about that song, man. I've always liked that song. If you don't know that song, check it out. Hit me down, down, as I did you, stood you up to keep you hanging around. Cause I'm burning up. Anyways, I digress. See, I'm getting into the song already. Burning Up, one of the, you know, old ones that I got in here, older ones at number 12. Number 11, Green MANALISHI. Green MANALISHI isn't on KK's freaking, I know it's technically a cover, but it's not on Trunk's or KK's list. That is like iconic Priest. I mean, 101. And I can't believe that you need my love so bad. Oh, oh, oh. Everything about bow. Green Manalishi, number 11. Number 10, Devil's Child. I believe you're the devil. That is on somebody's list. That is 13 on Eddie Trunk's list, not on KK's list. Correct, not on KK's list. The whole middle part, Screaming for Vengeance album and the Defenders of the Faith album are just practically flawless. You know, both complete masterpieces. Devil's Child, that whole middle. I mean, I just saw him do it when they toured with Saxon. He sang the middle part badass. You took my heart and loved it blood and smithereens. I gave my body as a slave. His whole, every frickin' molecule of that vocal is just, you know, why Halford is number one. That, you know, was big influence on me when I started singing. You know, I just run around my bedroom fucking singing that shit. Devil's Child, number 10. Number 9, Electric Eye. I just had the pleasure a year ago or so of playing the Electric Eye with Richie Faulkner. I flew with the Falcon. I think the videos are online somewhere. And we did Living After Midnight or something fucking lame. I was backstage going, dude, can we do something else besides Living After Midnight? I mean, I'm up here with you, like, let's sing something radical, you know, but we had to stick to the script. But Electric Eye, iconic, you know, reminds me of high school, the whole intro, you know, the Hellion. You know, you have an amazing song when the crowd is singing the guitar riff. That happens a lot with Accept and Udo too. You know, that intro starts and the whole crowd just starts singing it. It's amazing. Number 8. Twisting the string, it won't give no mercy. Think. All Guns Blazing. I'm gonna get a sip of water. All Guns Blazing of Painkiller, number 8. I mean, every song on Painkiller, Defenders of Faith and Screaming for Vengeance, could be an honorable mention. I was thinking about which songs I was going to pick off of Painkiller, and just the way that comes in, I still want to rip that off sometime and do some kind of intro like that. All Guns Blazing. All Guns Blazing. Even going into the lead, everything about it's fucking great. Number 7, When You Feel Safe, when you feel warm, that's when I rise. That song is just so fucking good, man. Even in the live, you know, it's one of those songs that's even better live than it is on the album. I remember the first time my friend played the Defenders of the Faith album for me. We were out, it was in Anchorage, Alaska, and we were like waiting for somebody to come out of their house, and we were just sitting by the car and going through all those songs, and Love Bites, and it was just grabbed me, and I love everything about that really cool lead, you know, and that's not on any of these guys' top list either. So Love Bites, number 7 for Sean's all-time Priest rocking list. Number 6, this song I like better than Victim of Changes, Beyond the Realms of Death. Recently we were just playing a festival in England with the Three Tremors. KK Downing was hanging out. And I went up there and go, hey man, are you going to get up and play Beyond the Realms of Death with us? He's like, are you playing that tonight? I'm like, no, fuck. But I wish we were, because that would have been cool. But what can you say about that song? That song's a fucking masterpiece, you know, especially for a vocalist. It's got the feel, it's got the you know, it's got the rocking, you know, fantastic song. Number 5, going back to Painkiller, Not on anybody's list, but wait, I digress. Beyond the Realms of Death was in, I'm looking at my list here, was in number 4 on KK Downing's list. Number 4 on KK Downing's list. So for me, number 6. So we're a little bit of an alignment there. Number 5, Painkiller. Nightcrawler, beware the beast in black. Nightcrawler, you know he's coming back. Nightcrawler, beware the beast. There's a video of me singing this online with a local girl here. My mic is just like buried. Sometimes in cage practice, we'll bust out Nightcrawler. I love singing it. It's just straight ahead heavy metal, just like I like it. Written about, you know, a fucking crazy monster, which I've written plenty of those myself. Nightcrawler, number 5 off the amazing Painkiller album. Number 4, Freewheel Burning. You've probably heard my cage version of Freewheel Burning, our cover of that we did. Defenders of the Faith, so many good tracks. Look before you leap, it's never been the way, be keep it or it's free. Trying to the top and never giving ourselves away to bay. Hold to the lead with all you will see on this life. Victory on high. Just talking about this list is getting me fired up. On the way home from the cubicle, I'm going to have to put on some Judas Priest in the stereo. So Freewheel Burning, number 4. They had, let's see, Trunk had it at number 10, KK Downing number 10. They both had it at the same number. Very interesting. I got it up to 4. Number 3, a song that KK's got on his list, I believe. No, he does not. I thought he did. Trunk is a, yes, Trunk has it at number 20. This song to me, tons of feel, tons of imagery. You know, you're rescuing the damsel in distress, desert plains, and of course the live version where they're boom, 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 take you I'm doing all the delay for you. Oh yeah, from desert plains, I'll bring you love. You've seen it on that, you know, Turbo Tour video. My number 3, I mean, it's close to number 1 for me. That Desert Plain. I don't know why. You know, riding one light to guide me. The whole thing is fucking magic. That song to me is magic. Number 2. So we're getting down. We're in the top 3. Desert Plains, number 2. Which I bet most of you would think I would have at number 1. But it's number 2. Painkiller. Not much needs to be said about, you know, the people that pretty much started. I mean, this is a power metal. You know, they came out with this album, and they're always morphing into different styles and shades, and this was another thing. You know, back then, it was before the internet. I had no idea the Painkiller album was coming out. It was MTV or some shit, and the Painkiller video came on, and I was just like, what the, you know, huge Priest fan, lived and breathed, bled Judas Priest, and that video came on out of the fucking blue, like a sledgehammer to the back of the head. That whole black and white thing, you know, killer, I mean, it was, I was just like, holy fuck. Then we got the album, and it was like, never stop playing it. So Painkiller at number 2, and of course now with the 3 Tremors, I get to sing it every night with Ripper and Harry, and we do a pretty wild motherfucking job of it. Painkiller number 2. Number 1, drum roll please. Any guesses? What could be left? What would Sean's number 1 Judas Priest song be? This song to me is perfect. It is perfection. The way, everything that it does, the arrangements, the emotion, the power. Off the Defenders of the Faith album, The Sentinel. We were playing that in the Three Tremors set quite a bit, then we kind of pulled it out and started playing other stuff, but love the song. The whole middle, you know, again, watching Halford do it live, the drama, the story, the, you know, the visual presentation. Like I said, I remember that first time I heard it up in Anchorage, and he's like, the knives fly out like bullets upon the deadly course. And how he goes, blood runs everywhere. Where? He kind of does that kind of thing. A vocal, another, you know, you got to eat your Wheaties to sing this song right. Even when we sing it with 3 people, it's not always that easy. So, Sean Peck's number 1 song, The Sentinel. So we're going to do a recap. Number 1, The Sentinel. Number 2, Painkiller. Number 3, Desert Plains. Number 4, Freewheel Burning. Number 5, Nightcrawler. Number 6, Beyond the Realms of Death. Number 7, Love Bites. Number 8, All Guns Blazing. Number 9, Electric Eye. Number 10, Devil's Child. 11, Green Manalishi. 12, Burning Up. 13, Abductors. 14, Victim of Changes. 15, Turbo Lover. 16, Lightning Strikes. 17, Traitors Gate. 18, Bloodstone. 19, Hell Patrol. 20, Night Comes Down. Honorable mentions. I've got bonus material, bonus content right now. Bonus. Honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. We're giving you some bonus content. Honorable mentions. Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker. Very killer song. Some heads are gonna roll. That was big back when it came out. That was like one of the main ones. Rock Hard, Ride Free. Another one off Defenders. Basically everything off Defenders. And I got Eat Me Alive too, which is also off Defenders. Eat Me Alive. And then One on One off of the Demolition album. One on One. Take me on. So there you have it. Sean Peck's favorite top 20 Judas Priest songs. I don't care which song's better. And this is the one. These are the ones that I had to make a Judas Priest playlist. These would be in there. Nothing off Nostradamus. Nothing off some of the earlier albums. You know, of course, Stained Class and Sin After Sin. There's a lot that could have been, you know, on there, but. You know, you got to make the cuts. You know, and I'm a big 80s, 90s Priest guy. Nothing off Ram It Down, though there's some good tracks there. Nothing off Angel of Retribution. Hell Rider, really strong. And Redeemer of Souls. I was trying to remember the name of that album. Redeemer of Souls. I don't know. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Sean Peck signing off. I hope you like this video. We're not giving away anything for free off the channel, but if we get more subscribers, we probably will start giving away stuff for free. All right? Peace.